Welcome to World Numismatic Finds, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare British coins that have captured the imagination of collectors across the UK and beyond. In this special feature, we'll be exploring 5 remarkable 20p coins, each of them carrying incredible cultural value, unique design features, and extraordinary worth in today's collector's market. These coins may have once been ordinary pieces of change in people's pockets, but today they stand as treasures of history, symbols of heritage, and highly desirable finds that can be worth thousands of dollars. So, sit back and join us as we uncover the hidden stories, the artistry, and the true collector's value behind these rare UK coins. Let's get started up with the 20p coin of 1983. At first glance, this small and often overlooked coin may appear ordinary, yet it hides within it a tale of history, rarity, and extraordinary value that excites collectors from around the world. When found in fine condition, the 1983 20p can command significant attention and has even been known to sell for thousands of dollars, making it a true treasure in the world of numismatics. The background of the 1983 20p coin is both unique and important. It was the very first year that the 20p denomination was officially introduced into circulation in the United Kingdom, as part of the continued effort to modernize the decimal coinage system. It was designed to be both practical and symbolic, representing the nation's step into a new era of coinage. Because it was the debut year, and because of the unusual circumstances surrounding its minting, examples from 1983 are highly sought after today. This coin carries with it not just monetary value but also the weight of cultural change in British currency history. Looking at the head and tail representation, the obverse of the coin proudly features the portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, created by the acclaimed designer Arnold Machin. This particular effigy of the Queen was used on UK coinage for many years, and its presence on the first 20p coin adds even more significance to its design. On the reverse, we see the iconic crowned Tudor Rose, an emblem deeply tied to English heritage, which was chosen to symbolize unity and tradition. Together, these designs perfectly balance modernity and history, giving the 1983 20p a timeless appeal. From a cultural and historical perspective, this coin represents far more than just 20p of spending power. It marked the introduction of a new denomination into the nation's pockets at a time when decimalization was still relatively fresh. For collectors today, owning a 1983 20p is like holding a small but vital piece of British monetary history. It captures a moment of national transition, while also showcasing the artistry of coin design in the late 20th century. The 20p coin weighs 5 grams and is struck in a cupronickel composition, giving it both durability and a distinct silvery appearance. Its 7-sided, equilateral heptagon shape was an innovative feature, designed not only for recognition but also for practical use in coin machines. This distinctive shape remains a defining characteristic of the denomination to this very day, adding to its collectible appeal. Several key facts make this coin stand out in the eyes of collectors. Not only was 1983 the first year of issue, but very limited numbers of these coins were struck, and only certain sets and conditions hold true rarity. For this reason, finding an original 1983 20p in fine condition is a challenge, and it is this scarcity that drives up its market value considerably. When it comes to rarity and condition, collectors place a strong emphasis on coins that remain free from damage, wear, or heavy circulation. A 1983 20p in fine condition becomes more than just change, it becomes a rare artifact with investment potential. The fact that these coins are seldom found in everyday circulation makes them even more desirable. As demand continues to grow among numismatists and investors alike, the 1983 issue has developed a reputation as one of the most valuable modern British coins. In terms of market value today, examples of the 1983 20p coin in fine condition have been recorded selling for truly eye-catching prices. While an ordinary 20p might only hold face value, this rare version has been reported to sell between $19,600 on the lower end and up to an astonishing $27,000 for the finest examples. This dramatic leap in value shows just how much collectors are willing to pay for rarity and historical importance combined in one small coin. For collectors, there are several tips to bear in mind when seeking out a 1983 20p. Always examine the coin carefully for details of its date, condition, and clarity of design. Provenance is also important, so coins that come from original sets or have been preserved with care are particularly valuable. Patience is key in the collecting world, and holding on to such a coin as its rarity and demand increase can prove to be a wise decision. In conclusion, the 1983 20p coin of the United Kingdom is far more than a piece of pocket change. It represents the birth of a new denomination, the artistry of British coinage, and a slice of cultural history all wrapped into one. Its rarity makes it highly desirable, and its market value today, ranging from $19,600 to $27,000, highlights the exceptional demand it commands worldwide. If you are fortunate enough to own one of these coins, you hold not only a valuable asset but also a piece of history that continues to captivate collectors and investors alike. This small seven-sided coin has proven that even the most ordinary-looking objects can become extraordinary treasures when history, rarity, and demand collide. At number 2, the 20 pence coin of the United Kingdom from the year 1994. This seemingly ordinary coin, which many people once used for everyday purchases, holds far more value than its face might suggest when found in fine condition. Collectors around the globe have been searching tirelessly for unique examples of this coin, and its desirability in numismatic circles has driven its value to astonishing levels in today's market. For those who may have one tucked away in their change jars or family collections, the 20 pence coin of 1994 is not just a small piece of currency but a true treasure that represents both history and significant monetary worth. The background of this coin is rooted in the decimalisation period of British currency, which transformed the way money was used in the United Kingdom. The 20 pence piece was first introduced in 1982, designed to be practical, lightweight, and distinct with its seven-sided heptagonal shape that made it easily recognizable both by sight and touch. By the time 1994 arrived, the coin had already become a well-established part of everyday transactions. However, only a limited number of 20 pence coins were minted that year, making surviving specimens in fine condition particularly desirable. This limited release combined with their enduring use in circulation means that well-preserved examples are exceedingly rare today, and rarity is exactly what sparks the passion of collectors. On the obverse, or the head side, the 1994 20 pence coin carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which at that time was the third definitive portrait designed by Raphael Maklouf. Her image is crowned and regal, embodying the authority and continuity of the monarchy. Turning the coin to the reverse, or the tail side, we see a bold Tudor rose at its centre, crowned to symbolize the unity of England under the monarchy, surrounded by the words 20 pence and the year of issue. This simple yet elegant design stands as one of the most iconic reverse features in modern British coinage, and it connects the coin not just to its monetary use but also to the nation's proud heritage. Culturally and historically, the 1994 20 pence coin reflects more than its role as a piece of money. It symbolizes a period in Britain when coins were not only practical tools but also artistic representations of the country's royal and cultural identity. The Tudor rose, a symbol deeply embedded in English history, reminds us of centuries of monarchy and unity, while the crowned effigy of Queen Elizabeth II represents continuity and modern stability. Holding a coin like this gives us a tangible link to the 1990s, a decade of change and modernization for Britain, while still carrying symbols steeped in history. The coin itself is modest in size and weight. It weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.4 millimeters, making it light and convenient for everyday use. The seven-sided shape is not only distinctive but also practical for coin handling machines. Struck in a copper-nickel alloy, the coin has proven durable over the years, yet finding one that has survived in fine or near mint condition after 3 decades of circulation is no easy task. That rarity in condition is one of the main drivers behind its extraordinary collector value. Among the key facts that collectors look for, the 1994 issue of the 20 pence is recognized as scarcer than many other dates in the series, especially in high grades. Coins in fine condition already command impressive interest, but those found in uncirculated or proof-like states become centerpieces in any serious collection. The combination of the limited mintage, the quality of preservation, and the strong historical connections all contribute to its rising demand in the numismatic market. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, the 1994 20 pence has climbed dramatically in desirability in recent years. Fine condition coins have been known to fetch as much as $17,000, a remarkable price for a coin with such a small face value. Even more astonishing are the rarest specimens in exceptional states of preservation, which have been valued at up to $23,700 on today's market. These staggering figures demonstrate how powerful the demand has become among collectors worldwide, with many eager to add this rare date to their collections. The surge in value is not only due to its scarcity but also because of the historic and cultural symbolism it embodies, making it much more than just a coin. For collectors who are hoping to acquire or preserve a 20 pence coin of 1994, there are some important tips to consider. Always handle your coins carefully, ideally with cotton gloves, to avoid any damage from oils or scratches. Store them in protective holders to preserve their condition, since even minor wear can affect their value significantly. When seeking to purchase one, ensure you buy from reputable dealers or auction houses, as authenticity and accurate grading are crucial. Equally, if you suspect you already own one, it is well worth having it appraised by a professional numismatist, as you may be holding an incredibly valuable piece without even realizing it. In conclusion, the 20p coin of the United Kingdom from 1994 is a shining example of how history, culture, rarity, and condition can transform a simple piece of everyday money into a collector's dream. From its elegant design featuring the crowned Tudor Rose and Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, to its historic symbolism and unique background, this coin is far more than small change. Today, its market value of between $17,000 and $23,700 places it among the most sought-after pieces of modern British coinage. For collectors, it represents both a challenge to find and a triumph to own. So next time you glance at your coin collection or even check your old jars of change, remember that treasures like the 1994 20p may be closer than you think. At number 3, the 20p coin of the United Kingdom from the year 1982 is a remarkable piece of modern British coinage that continues to fascinate both seasoned collectors and newcomers to the hobby. When discussing this coin, it is important to appreciate that it was part of a significant change in the Royal Mint's production and design strategy, marking the introduction of the very first 20p denomination into circulation. The 1982 issue stands as a historic milestone in British numismatic history, and when found in fine condition, it holds far more than just face value, with rarity and demand pushing it into the realms of a highly desirable collectible. Looking back at the background, the coin was introduced to bridge the gap between the 10p and 50p pieces, offering an additional practical denomination that fitted seamlessly into daily transactions of the early 1980s. The Royal Mint struck these coins in cupronickel, ensuring durability while also creating a clean, silvery appearance that distinguished it from bronze coins of smaller value. The heptagonal shape of the 20p gave it a distinctive edge, literally and figuratively, and it quickly became recognizable in pockets, tills, and purses across the nation. The 1982 issue was the first year of its release, which is what gives it such a special place in coinage history. On the obverse, or what many call the head of the coin, you will find the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, crafted by Arnold Machin. This iconic effigy, with the Queen wearing the tiara of the girls of Great Britain and Ireland, was widely admired for its refined detail and regal presence. It captured the essence of the monarchy at a time of great national pride, giving the coin a cultural significance beyond its monetary function. On the reverse, or the tail, the design by William Gardner features a crowned Tudor rose, a timeless symbol of unity and heritage in England. The crown above the rose adds a further layer of tradition and authority, encapsulating centuries of British history in one compact yet elegant design. Together, the head and tail of this coin tell a story of continuity, tradition, and national identity. The cultural and historical values of the 1982 20p cannot be overstated. It marked a fresh era in British coinage, while also reflecting the long-standing respect for the monarchy and national symbols. For collectors, it represents not only the start of the 20p series but also an object that carries the essence of early 1980s Britain, when design, practicality, and heritage merged to create a truly iconic coin. In terms of physical characteristics, the coin weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.4 millimeters. Its 7-sided design ensures both a unique feel and a practical function, allowing easy identification even by touch. The choice of cupronickel meant that the coin has endured well, and examples that have been preserved in fine or near-uncirculated condition showcase its durability as well as its beauty. Key facts that attract collectors include the fact that 1982 was the very first year of issue for the 20p coin, making it historically significant. Although millions were struck for circulation, many were quickly worn through everyday use, and finding one in well-preserved condition is far more difficult than it may initially seem. This is where rarity and condition come into play. Collectors are often on the lookout for first-issue coins, and when these are found in fine or better condition, their desirability and market value increase dramatically. The demand is especially high because these coins appeal not only to 20p specialists but also to broader collectors of British decimal coinage and historic Royal Mint issues. As for today's market value, this is where things get particularly exciting. A 20p coin from 1982, kept in fine condition and sought after by collectors worldwide, has been recorded to reach figures as high as $13,000, and in some cases, rare examples and particularly exceptional conditions have pushed values towards an astonishing $19,000. This demonstrates the powerful combination of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand that drives the market for this coin. It is no exaggeration to say that such a small piece of metal could hold immense worth far beyond its modest face value. For collectors, some useful tips are to carefully examine the coin's condition, as coins with fewer scratches, minimal wear, and sharper details always attract higher prices. Storing them properly in protective holders can preserve their value for decades to come. Additionally, seeking professional grading from a reputable service can give further assurance to potential buyers about the quality and authenticity of the coin, often increasing its resale potential. Collectors should also keep an eye on auction results and numismatic trends, as the value of rare coins like the 1982 20 pence often rises steadily over time due to demand outweighing supply. In conclusion, the 1982 20 pence coin of the United Kingdom is not only a vital piece of British numismatic history but also an object of beauty, culture, and great financial value. Its position as the very first 20 pence issued makes it stand out in the world of coin collecting, and when preserved in fine condition, it has the potential to fetch staggering sums ranging from $13,000 to $19,000 in today's market. For collectors, it represents an investment, a piece of history, and a treasure that bridges past and present. This coin is more than just currency. It is a legacy of design, monarchy, and tradition, and it will continue to be a prize in collections for generations to come. At last place, the 20 pence coin of the United Kingdom from the year 1990 is a fascinating piece for collectors, historians, and numismatics enthusiasts alike. In this video, we will dive into the story behind this small but significant coin, exploring its background, cultural representation, design features, and most importantly, the current market value in today's collector's world. With growing global interest in rare British coinage, this coin is increasingly seen as a treasure that represents more than just monetary worth. It is a tangible piece of history that has survived through time and is now highly sought after in fine condition. The introduction of the 20 pence coin into circulation was part of a major development in the coinage system of the United Kingdom. First issued in 1982, the coin was designed to fill a gap in the decimal system, making everyday transactions smoother and more efficient. By 1990, the coin was already well established, but the year still holds particular value for collectors. Each issue carried with it the iconic designs, striking detail, and enduring legacy of British currency. A coin such as the 1990 20 pence captures a moment in the nation's history when the decimalization system was still relatively young, yet already deeply embedded in the lives of millions of people across the country. When we examine the head and tail representation of this coin, we see two powerful symbols of British heritage. On the obverse, or the head side, we find the effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, created by the artist Raphael Maklouf. This portrait, used on coinage from 1985 to 1997, shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, and it is remembered as one of the most regal and elegant likenesses of her reign. On the reverse, or the tail side, we see the crowned Tudor Rose, a timeless emblem of unity and tradition in England, designed by William Gardner. Together, these designs reflect both continuity and national pride, encapsulating the strength and elegance of the monarchy alongside the cultural symbolism of the rose, which has been a staple of British heraldry for centuries. Cultural and historical values play a huge role in the desirability of the 1990 20 pence coin. While to the average person it might look like just another piece of change, for collectors it holds historical charm. The coin not only serves as legal tender but also as an object that reflects Britain's strong traditions and evolving identity. For many, coins like this offer a window into the past, representing a continuity of design and symbolism that connects modern Britain to centuries of history. Its cultural resonance, combined with the prestige of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, makes the 1990 issue particularly notable. In terms of weight and specification, the 1990 20 pence coin is composed of cupronickel, with a weight of 5 grams and a diameter of 21.4 millimeters. Its seven-sided, equilateral heptagon shape makes it instantly recognizable both to the touch and to the eye, designed with practicality in mind for the general public. This distinctive shape was revolutionary at the time of its introduction and has since become an enduring symbol of British coinage. Key facts surrounding the 1990 20 pence make it even more appealing. It belongs to the first series of 20 pence coins, which were minted before the later design changes and varieties that would appear in the 2000s. This earlier issue remains desirable to collectors because it reflects the original vision of the decimal currency era. The Raphael Maklouf portrait is also significant, as it marks one of the most admired phases of Queen Elizabeth II's likeness on coins, remembered fondly by numismatists worldwide. When it comes to rarity and condition, collectors always pay close attention. While millions of these coins entered circulation in 1990, the number of surviving pieces in fine, very fine, or uncirculated condition is much smaller. Everyday handling quickly diminished their quality, so examples that remain crisp and sharp today stand out and command strong demand. Rarity in numismatics is not just about how many coins were minted but about how many have survived in excellent state, making well-preserved examples of the 1990 20 pence increasingly attractive to serious collectors. Turning to today's market value, the 1990 20 pence coin in fine or excellent condition has reached impressive heights among coin enthusiasts. Depending on its grade, it can fetch as much as $11,200 in one market and, in some cases, rise to around $17,600 where collector demand is particularly intense. This astounding valuation demonstrates just how highly prized this coin has become, far surpassing its modest face value. For many collectors, securing such a coin is seen not only as a personal triumph but also as a wise investment, with values continuing to grow as interest in rare British coins expands across the globe. For collectors who are considering adding this coin to their collection, a few tips are worth bearing in mind. Always check the condition carefully, looking for sharp detail, minimal wear, and well-defined edges. Provenance and authentication are also key, as the higher the grade and verification, the more valuable the coin will be. Collectors should also consider the long-term market trends. Coins like the 1990 Pence, with their cultural depth and rarity, are not just fleeting fads but enduring treasures that tend to rise in value over time. In conclusion, the 20 pence coin of the United Kingdom from 1990 is far more than a simple piece of pocket change. It embodies the history, culture, and artistic heritage of Britain, from the crowned Tudor Rose to the stately portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. With its distinctive shape, historical context, and increasing rarity in fine condition, it has become a star of the collector's market. Today, with values ranging between $11,200 and $17,600, it stands as a shining example of how everyday objects can transform into prized possessions over time. For those passionate about history and numismatics, owning such a coin is both an honor and an investment in a piece of Britain's remarkable story. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting content about rare and collectible coins.